Be prepared for offensive language throughout and adult and sexual themes.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots?
Welcome to the side! Oh, what a show, what a show. Well, this week we have had a fake proposal, we've had a fake birthday, but are you all standing up? I thought you were all standing up. Sit down, guys! We've had it all. It's just been a bit of a fake one, but the one thing I can confirm that is not fake, after another breakout attempt, Emma has forfeited her place in the Big Brother house, and she is now ejected. Don't even get a light on. Don't even get a light on. But that is not the last you've seen of her. She's going to be right here in the studio just in a bit to tell me all about her explosive exit and whether she regrets pressing that button. Tonight also saw your fourth set of nominations of the series. So to confirm, the housemates who are up for this week's eviction are Charlie, Chelsea, Jason, and it was Emma, but she left! Right, so there we go. On with the show tonight. Things in the house got even more emotional than me in a room with Nicole Shersey. We miss you, babes. The voice of our people, our bots, VIP, OAPs are back. Here they are. They're offering some grandmotherly words of it. Look, oh, they're on the sherry. They're on the sherry. Class anyone up for a bit of tennis tonight? Yeah, well, we've got Wimbledon in full swing coming, Andy. Umpire Rylan is going to be overseeing the only match that matters because our nominees F and F are going to be playing to win your votes on behalf of their nearest and dearest. But who's going to have the advantage? Who's going to hit a double fault? That's tennis talk. That's tennis talk. I thought you were Matt Edmondson then.
I look like Nick Grimshaw.
Nick Grimshaw? Matt Edmondson. Love you. But it's time now to meet three people who are, of course, faultless. I am, of course, looking at tonight's panel. First up, he's the best professional dancer that Strictly's ever had. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish that. That's available tonight and in our price range. He's got the baddest balls in the ballroom. Show Jordan! I should just read on. I'm sorry. Next up, she's got a smashing laugh, and we can always rely on her to serve up a good opinion. It's my bot's favourite, Rusty Lee! And last but not least, he is the fittest thing to come out of Towie since Bobby Norris in that swimwear, let me tell you. New balls, please. It's Charlie King! Right, we need to kick things off with the big news of the night. Emma has been ejected from the Big Brother house. James, she's had another breakout attempt. I know you like the rules being in place. Big Brother was left with no option to remove her. Do you agree with the decision?
100%. I'm happy Big Brother has finally made an example of someone. And I think it's probably about 3 series too late, but now people will realise that if you break out the house, you're out. That's it. Go. Bye.
Thank you! Rusty, do you agree?
I really agree with you, and I think she kept on running backwards and forwards because everyone was running and shouting, Emma, Emma, don't go! And she was enjoying the drama, and she got her comeuppance. There's a right.
Do we think Buttongate contributed to all of this departure? Because obviously we saw that it was getting heated again in the garden.
Yes.
If she didn't press that button, do you think she'd still be in that house, Charlie?
Well, at the end of the day, she showed her true colours, didn't she? She didn't give anyone else any consideration. No. She was smashing that button down, and she just wanted to do what she wanted to do. And, you know, you can't just do that in that environment. No. You've got to think of others. Yeah. So she couldn't stand the heat, so she got out the kitchen, didn't she?
Rusty loves the kitchen. Rusty loves the kitchen. Are we sad to see her go? Well, have a look. Can you see this? Can you see this? She's nearly fell. Look. I'm going to stand back just in case.
I think she thought she was going to be allowed back in. Yeah. That's what I think. That's why she done it. She
you know what? A lot of people.
But I think as well. When her twin went, she ought to have gone. They went in as one.
Well, look, a lot of people are saying, yeah, I'm glad she's gone. Who's upset that she's gone? Nora, are you upset as well? All right, I'll come to both.
Sorry, she's like a butterfly, but she's changed back into a chrysalis because she started, right, she liked moths and she was really for everything. Environment. I know, but now she changed. She changed back into a chrysalis. She pushes the button. She became selfish.
You sad to see her go?
No, she became selfish, but I wanted her to stay in because she changed more. She changed more.
No, a lot of changes going on. Right, look, you know what? Emma's actually going to be here soon. We'll talk about it then. But for now, let's move on and talk about the rest of tonight's action. Let's start with the nominations. Now, apart from the week that he had immunity, Amanda? Who is Amanda? Who is Amanda? Andy has been up for eviction every week. James, has he had a lucky escape this week? What's happened?
Definitely he's had a lucky escape, especially after last night when he properly kicked off over a harmless bit of fun between two people, in my opinion. I think that... what's his name?
Amanda?
No. No.
Huey
no. No. Jason.
There we go.
Jason and Charlie, I think, have taken the limelight. You know, they're saying that the house is split, which I think it is. Yes. And I think he's got away because of all what's going on with them too.
You say that Andy's got away with it. Last week, Jane received 10 nominations. Yeah. Rusty, why is she not up this week?
Because of Jason and Charlie. Because Jason's having a terrible time. I like Jason. Yeah. And I think Charlie's driving him round the bend. She's a bunny boiler. She's, you know, no man wants to be chased like that 24/7, or do they? Too much.
Do you know what, though? Perhaps the most surprising nomination, or not, it depends what way you look at it, is Jason actually chose to nominate Charlie this week. What are you making of that, Charlie? Are you happy he has, or do you think
I think at the end of the day, this is ruining his experience in the house. Yeah. He can't have a good time, and I think that for his own sanity, he needs her gone so he can enjoy the experience.
He looks tired.
He does.
Yeah, he looks tired. He's just had enough.
She said tonight in the show, wait for it, she wants to have his baby.
Television. She wants her own moment.
But he doesn't want to give her one. No. So get over it, isn't it?
But how do you think she's going to react if and when, knowing Big Brother, she finds out that
he didn't say anything wrong, though, did he? No. He said, it's ruining my experience, it's ruining everybody else's experience in the house. The only sad thing, because I really like Jason, but then he did go on a little bit too much going, I don't know if I've made the wrong decision. It's the first time in my life I've let her down. I do think he's a really nice guy, and I hope that he's not game playing, but it kind of went a little bit too much at the end.
If one of them goes tomorrow...
Yes.
Please be Charlie.
How do you think the game's going to change, Rusty?
Well, if Charlie goes, we can see Jason come out and be right. I hope and keep my fingers crossed that Charlie really goes tomorrow. Okay. Because we really want to see what Jason can give. He's a gorgeous guy, and he looks like a hammer and a nail. He looks as if he's been nailed into the ground.
Well, do you know what? We're talking about this every single night, and all the people at home are like, why are you still talking about it? It's a big deal. It's like what's going on in the house. But let's talk about a more promising relationship that we could maybe see emerging. Evelyn and Alex. Don't you know me? Well, look, we saw Laura giving her advice. Let me just say, that's from a girl who was smitten with a bloke she met once in a club 2 years ago. But well, anyway, Charlie, would you take relationship advice from Laura?
From Laura. The girl that got her breast sucked, is that right? Or something like that.
That's the one there.
Yeah. To be honest, no.
No,
be
probably
honest.
not. Look, we're going to be talking about that relationship a little bit later on, but for now, give him a round of applause. That was nice. Well, she managed 30 days in the house in which she had to deal with her twin sister quitting, a beefcake boyfriend popping in, and all sorts of bad energy. But she's here to spread a little bit of positivity, so please give it up for your ejected housemate, Emma!
Lovely to see you. Come over here, my nice stuff. Come take a seat over there for me.
Emma, everyone.
Hi, guys!
Now, for God's sake, come and sit over there, darling.
yeah, okay.
We won't want to see it, but keep them legs crossed. It's a long
I know,
leg.
it's quite short.
Are you feeling positive? That's what I wanted to know.
Yes, I really am. I'm so excited and happy to be out, honestly.
So you're relieved to be out?
I'm so relieved. And just to see Josh and, like, walk on the actual solid ground and see actual trees and just the sky, and I, like, was screaming so much when I escaped. I was like, yes! Let me out of there, but... Whew, it's good.
Well, you're out now.
Yes, I'm out.
Let me talk
Okay.
about obviously the way you were
Yes.
removed from the house. Now, Big Brother obviously took that decision, and I think we do need to appreciate that because you did break out and done. Do you understand why Big Brother has done this?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I absolutely understand, and like when I escaped because I wanted to get out of there. Like I did not want to go back in there. So. I was like, do you know what? I've had enough of being in there. It was not making me happy anymore. It's like such a toxic environment with everyone just arguing, and I thought the whole task thing had got really out of proportion, and I became like this evil witch who I just wanted to see my boyfriend.
Well, you say that. This is probably one of the most defining moments of you in the house because it's caused so much trouble. Let's have a quick reminder.
Oh God, I haven't seen that.
If one of you pushes your button, these three gentlemen will be joining you as your house guests tonight in the Big Brother house.
Press it.
Emma's done it. Oh my God, Emma, you should have thought about it.
Sorry, I did it though. I'm sorry because I just had to do it, guys. Hi.
Emma.
I don't care if I leave the house. I'm really sorry.
They're going to come in. You shouldn't have pressed it. They're going to come in.
I was thinking too much.
Laura,
Actually, just
Hello, baby.
Sorry.
So look, we saw that Big Brother hadn't even finished speaking, and you were smacked straight on that buzzer. What was going through your head?
I was like, all that was going through my head was that I just get to see Josh again, and I know that might come across as selfish, but you've got to understand that when you're in that environment for a month, and all I'm doing every minute of the day is just imagining touching and seeing my boyfriend.
Well, I think a lot of people have been imagining touching your boyfriend from this lot.
I mean, guys, like, come on.
Look, let's be honest.
Have you seen him?
Look, I'll be honest, he is a very fine specimen, and I imagine that a lot of ladies and a couple of gentlemen out there can appreciate what you did. But in hindsight, is there any part of you that regrets pressing that button?
No.
Right, and I'm really appreciating the fact that you've said that. I'm really glad that you haven't said, oh yeah, actually.
No, I don't regret it. I would press it a billion trillion times over and over again. Like, let me at my boyfriend.
The girl stands by that decision, and you've got to respect that.
I'm good. Sorry.
You're out of the house now. I know you've already caught up with Josh. He's just over there. Hi, Josh. I know you've just caught up with him, but obviously tonight will be your first night out with Josh. I need to ask the question, and I know obviously your parents are watching, so we'll just say hi to you. Turn
hi,
away
Mom,
now.
Hi, Dad. Hello.
In your words, will he be destroying you tonight?
How did I say that?
That's your words, not mine.
Well, I don't know, Josh. What are you doing to?
Yeah, you're going to reply to it on the telly, Josh? He'll text us later. We'll find out. We'll find out. I love him. Well, listen, we saw you and Jackson have a little bit of a hug last night in the garden, obviously after your differences and stuff. How's the land lie with you two now?
Oh, I mean, I don't hold a grudge with anyone. I felt Jackson was like kind of overreacting a number of times in the house. Like he got quite aggressive, like shouting at me, and it was a bit like, oh look, just calm down. I think he could have sort of waited to the end of the task before he like made a whole rebellion against how terrible I was.
Yeah, because none of them knew what was going to
literally, and like if you'd actually counted the points, it was quite obvious that everyone was going to see their loved ones. It was about the shopping task. It wasn't about like this strange game that everyone thought was going on. But I did understand. I understood it. But I just kind of felt it was like maybe a little bit over the top. So yeah, anyway, we hugged it out. But
and you're all right now.
Yeah, I guess to some degree.
Well, listen, you're not the first Jensen lady to walk out of that house. Remember Victoria, everyone? Yeah. She wasn't there long. How different do you think your experience would have been if Victoria would have stayed and you would have stuck as one?
I think actually it was probably better that we just did it separately, because I think we are very different. I think she was like struggling so much from even like the beginning. I actually enjoyed my time there so much. I had such a blast. Like I made friends for life. I think Victoria's in Ibiza.
Oh, she's loving life. She's loving life somewhere.
With her boyfriend. So I obviously am really excited to see her, but I do think that actually it was probably better
to do something
on your own.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm my own person. We're very individual. Like, we are not joined at the hip. So, I think that was the right decision. And, like, yeah, maybe, like, we're both quitters.
No, well, do you know what? You did it.
I had to get out of there. It was making me go crazy.
You got out. You're finally out now. You're with your lovely boyfriend. Let me ask you one last question.
Yes.
Who do you want to win?
I want Letitia or Huey to win.
Okay.
Because I think like Letitia with like her little baby, and she's such a good mom, and she's literally in there for her little daughter Winter, and she's, you know, it's so hard for her. She's every minute of the day is just, she's just looking at her pictures of her daughter. She just wants to make a future for them together. Like she's a single mom. She's amazing, and I'm like Letitia.
Team Letitia all the way. Well, listen, Emma, you have been a great housemate. You've been great half a housemate. I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm sorry it had to end this way. But ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for Emma. Coming up, I've got all the latest news from the house, plus we'll have not one, but two of Britain's national treasures right here on... Oh, no, we haven't got Gemma Collins and Lauren Goodyear. We've got our bots, VIP OAPs, and now they're out in. They're going to be telling it exactly how it is right after the break. See you in a minute. Well done, Emma. Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the sides. And do you know what? I've got to say this from the bottom of my heart. This is my favourite spin-off show to present between the months of May and August. Little in-joke, yeah. It's all about the news. But that's time for tomorrow's headlines in today's news. That was a run. At 10:25 today, Big Brother showed the house who was boss, and Letitia didn't like it one bit.
For continuing to disregard the rules of the Big Brother house, Big Brother has no choice but to punish all of you for the actions of some of you.
Alright.
The kitchen has been stripped of all the food you received in your shopping delivery yesterday. Instead, you will now survive on the most basic rations, rice and beans.
No way. I can't live off that. I literally can't.
The hot water has been switched off and will remain off until further notice.
What the fuck?
The electrical appliances have been switched off and will remain off until further notice.
What the fuck? Nah, that's deep, that is. That's so bad. That's so bad. It's not even funny. I can't live a fucking rice like. Oh, for fuck's sake. I may as well be in prison.
Good! Good! I'll teach you all with it! Don't mess with us! But listen, things went from bad to worse for poor old Letitia when even her chocolate biscuits went under threat. Oh!
This is Big Brother. The bedroom will be out of bounds in 5 minutes.
Get the biscuit.
For essential maintenance.
Get the biscuit.
Well, I just need to...
Oh my God, get
Hell
them.
no. Not today.
Evelyn, you are so smart.
Oh my God, in natural prison.
Oh!
They can't see and hear everything. They're going to see where she hides them.
This is Big Brother. Any food that is not part of basic rations must be returned to the storeroom immediately, or there will be further consequences for the house.
You're not having my chocolate digestives, because I'm not living off rice and peas. I live off chocolate digestives. Fuck's sake.
It's time to get tough, and let's be fair, not that easy to hide things in a house full of cameras, is it? We'll never find them. And if living off rice and beans, losing her chocolate biscuits and having no hot water or electrical appliances wasn't going to push Letitia over the edge, maybe Jason would for us.
I'd like to know from the group, the people that nominated me and Charlie, it's because we've done something wrong to them. We've said something bad about them. We've been angry to them. We've dissed them or anything, or they've nominated us because of what's happened between me and Charlie in the situation we've been in here. Because if that's the reason we've been nominated, the pair of us, right, then that's a fucking easy get out for people and it's wrong. If you've nominated me because I'm an arsehole and I've been an arsehole, then fine. I'll walk out to booze and I'll have a big turn in my life and realise I've been an arsehole.
At the end of the day, we're all going to be up for nomination at one point.
Yeah.
Just please remember that this is a fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Every time we're all going to be nominated. You're getting too deep, Jason.
No, I'm not getting too deep.
You are, because you're
Don't
taking
turn
it
around.
personally. You're taking this as a personal attack on you. Maybe you're just... Time to go.
It's been a hell of a day for our girl from the valleys. And that was today's news! That was a really good news story. And now listen, you need to know this. There are many famous sisters out in the world. We've got Mary, Kate and Ashley. We've got Beyonce and Solange. And we've got Kate and Pippa as well. But none of them, and I mean none of them, are quite as fabulous as these two. It is time for... Yes, they are back. It is my favourite women who have ever had a bus pass. Please welcome Dolores and Annetta! They love you! Yeah. They love you! Right, it's been quite a week on Big Brother, but before we get to that, how's your week's been, girls? Dora, how's your week been? All right?
All right, except for looking after my daughter's dog.
Oh.
Running here, running there, running everywhere.
Whoopsies on the carpet?
Yeah, no, out in the garden.
Oh, no. Netta, what about
Sitting
you?
there 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I've been back and forth with my leg, because I cut my leg. Dropped the bin on it.
Oh, I remember you dropped the wheelie bin on it, didn't you? And what, you've been going back and forth?
Back and forth, it's gone infected.
Oh, no. But you're all right now?
Well, it's still swollen, I'm on antibiotics, but never mind. Instead of having a drink,
She falls on the floor, pick her up.
Yeah, I will. But do you know what? We're surviving. We're surviving, girls.
And what on my dog?
You what?
My dog.
Yeah.
My dog's got a bad leg, so I'm having to
not the
bandage my
dog.
dog's leg and do my own.
Oh, so do you know what? As long as you and the dog are still with us, we're halfway there now. That's all that matters. Right, let's not talk about ailments. Let's talk about the shocking task. It was big news in the house this week, and we saw Laura, Emma and Andy all get very special visits. Let's have a reminder.
I am Josh.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You didn't press the button.
Because I didn't know it was you.
Hello, my handsome, beautiful, gorgeous man. Hit that button, baby. Let me see your face.
Really, me? That's my man.
Girls, it was lovely to watch, but I mean, you two, you're women of the world. You know, you've been about, you've done it all, you've seen it all. Would you have pressed your buttons for Bernardo and Josh? I mean, look,
No.
I mean, well, not even a bit of this?
No.
No?
No. Oh, him, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you would have pressed your buttons for them?
Not me.
Oh.
You're a bit taken back by it. Now, what about you? Would you have turned round for them? No. Why not?
Don't want to.
Why not? What if that was your boyfriend?
No.
No? All right, let me ask you something else. Now,
Yeah.
would you have turned round if it was Dolores?
No.
Right, let's talk about some big news.
But if it had been from a dog, I would have.
Oh yeah, she would have went for the dog. Especially with that bad leg. Would have went for the dog. Would have went for the dog. We had a bit of big news in there though, didn't we? Lovely Andy got engaged to his head. Got engaged. That little tear to your eye.
That was nice.
Yeah, you like
That was
that?
very good, very nice,
Yeah.
very touching.
It was touching, but then
Yeah.
Ryan and Huey went and had their little engagement. What do you make of all of that? 'Cause
Oh, they
Andy
were
was-
only having a laugh. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
they didn't mean anything by it. You've got to laugh in this world. I mean, Andy took it too serious.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't mean nothing by it. Have a laugh, live.
I mean, out of them all, they're the two funniest. They're the ones that make you laugh.
Yeah.
All the
They are,
others
they're
are all
funny.
There's no malice in it, was
They're
there?
chasing one another and playing, and they bring life to it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll leave that one there. Someone else has had a bit of a tough week in the house. It's Jackson. His missus left the house last week.
Yeah.
He took issue with a task, then things got quite emotional when he saw a little video from his son. Let's have a reminder of that.
Jackson, this doesn't mean you're not going to see someone.
I want to fucking see him, do you know what I mean? The plane on the idea, I'm not going to get to see my son. I got to turn down the whole fucking building. Fucking bellends. I used to get him to them like some sort of program. This is my son.
Jackson, can I tell you one
You're
thing?
talking about my
Jackson.
son. Do you understand? You're talking about my son. You're going to play on the notion I'm not going to see my son.
Jackson.
For fucking show.
Jackson.
Ed, can you return to the house?
Ed, come back, man. Yeah. Jack, are you alright?
Oh my God, he's so...
Now, Dor, let me come to you for this one. If Jackson was one of your grandkids, what advice would you be giving him?
Just hang in there. Things will get better. When he
Yeah.
gets out, things will get better.
Agree, Netta?
Yeah, just be
He's a
strong.
very emotional person, but it will get better.
Yeah, be strong.
Be strong and see
Because
it
I
through.
was really to tears when him and Georgina.
Yeah, him and Georgina.
Oh,
yeah.
it broke my heart.
Oh, you
Just-
like that little
Yeah,
story?
to see the way that they were,
Yeah.
you know.
It was sad. It was quite an emotional eviction,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
But now our sort of thoughts, shall I say, have shifted because we've seen a bit of footsie action between Alex and Evelyn. Now, tonight they acknowledged that they both fancy each other. Was there a lot of footsie action when you were courting?
Not saying.
Go and tell
That's
me.
my business if you find out.
Hang on. You know what? You could be cheeky. I know Netta will tell me. Did you like a bit of footsie?
Oh, yeah.
Ow! Loving footsie.
Yeah.
Gets you far, doesn't it? It does, you know. We know she loves a bit of footsie. What are you making of them two? Do we think anything's going to happen there between Alex and Evelyn?
Possibly, yeah. I think so. Because he's taken a long time and studied everything and been in there, kept quiet.
Yeah.
So he knows what he wants now.
And what do you think he wants her?
Oh, I think he likes her, yeah. He's just been watching her and observing things, you know. Like
George, you agree?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Well, Emma's gone. She's been booted out.
Yeah.
That means either Chelsea, Charlie or Jason are going to be evicted tomorrow night. Now, ladies, if this was a game of bingo,
Oh, yeah.
whose card's marked, do you think?
I'd say Charlie.
You think Charlie? Why? Why Charlie? Why Charlie, Dave?
Well, I think why Charlie is because I think it's about time that Jason was be able to be free in there and just do what he wants to do. He can't be free while she's there, and he just can't let himself go. So I think he needs to have a little bit of time.
Netta, do you agree?
Yeah, I think because everything he tries to say, he tries to explain himself, and she over-talks him every time and won't let him get out what he wants to say, and he's very frustrated
Well,
with
do you
it
know
all.
what? We haven't got long to wait because it's only tomorrow night. But girls, I'm going to let you get home because it is late. Give it up for Dolores and Annette. Love them. I love them. Coming up, there's going to be ball tossing and grunting. Well, it's not Huey and Ryan. They haven't been at it again. The nominees' friends and family are going to be playing their votes to try and convince you to keep their loved ones in the house. We'll see you straight after the break. Welcome back. Welcome back. Big Brother's bit on the side.
This week this task was filled with temptation and gave Bernardo an L Street vacation. Andy's boyfriend put a ring on his finger. Not the right one, but at least he ain't a minger. The housemate's been clocking Chelsea's playing. Now Friday, will he be staying? Charlie and Jason divided. The sex seems like you don't wanna live with your exes. The endless chats don't seem so conclusive, but that's enough rapping, yo. Here's an exclusive.
Andy, today Big Brother is going to give you the opportunity to win a treat for the house by completing a secret mission.
Really? Oh, okay, cool.
Andy, you now have some time to pass off some outlandish, completely made up historical stories as facts.
I think we've cooked everything we had.
Just got to be patient, I suppose, and use whatever you've got, you know, whatever little ingredients, mix them together and make an amazing meal.
I think we've done that. I think we've only got onions left.
You know what they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, ladies.
Okay.
Although actually, interesting fact, it was.
Oh. Huh. Really?
Yeah, no, it was built in a day. They had, what a lot of people don't know is that in Roman times, they actually invented what we would now call the bouncy castle. They had like, you know, like sheepskins and things that they could sew together. And so a lot of Rome, actually, in the early days anyway, believe it or not, was kind of inflatable. They had it all stitched.
Wasn't built in a day. Now the players are on their way. The ball boys are in place. And I am on red alert for a bit of tennis elbow because it's time for...
Hello, class. I want a nice clean fight, all right? 2 balls, please. Boy, red card.
Advantage box.
Illegal ball toss. Keep our ring clean.
Hello, and as you can see, we are courtside today for the match between Charlie, Chelsea and Jason to see who will be knocked out of the Big Brother House Championships. Those players are still in the locker rooms, excuse me, so trading shots are on their behalf are their friends and family. First to try and keep Charlie in the championship. It's her friend Tracy.
Woo! Go Charlie! Hi, Rylan!
Good evening, Tracy.
Good evening.
Here's why Charlie was nominated.
Charlie.
Charlie. She made a comment towards Jason that made everyone's opinions almost change on Jason. Casting a bad light on a good person is not a nice thing to do.
It makes me question her motives and her honesty, and has dampened my trust in her a little bit.
So there's now a divide in the house. I think for my sanity and for her sanity, I think I'm left with no option.
Alex questioned her honesty. How would you return this shot?
That's nice.
Sorry?
What?
How would you return him questioning her honesty?
The fact that she's actually been honest from the beginning and she's actually been the truthful one, not fake at all.
Okay, well, Jason nominated her for saying that they needed to nominate her for his sanity. Has he been left with no option? Do you agree?
No, he's got many options, maybe being true, and then she can be her true self as well and enjoy.
Fault! OK. Tracy, now is your chance to defend Charlie. You will have 10 seconds straight down the lens until I call for new balls. Your time starts now.
Charlie's just a girl that's had her heart broken. She's got so much more to give. She's funny. She tells the funniest stories, and you're not seeing it, but you need to. She's amazing.
New balls, please! Thank you, Tank Server. Next up, trying to secure Chelsea's place in the next round, it's his friend Shane. Shane, let's find out what the housemates had to say about Chelsea.
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 Chelsea. Chelsea.
Chelsea. Chelsea. Chelsea.
Chelsea doesn't respect his place in this house, in my opinion.
He's been stirring the pot a little.
I feel like he is going from person to person in the house.
I don't feel like he's real.
I don't feel he's being true to himself.
I just feel a bit awkward sometimes when he's permanently too nice to me.
And it's just made me feel a little bit wary now.
OK, he was called a pot stirrer by Evelyn. How would you return this shot?
I back Chelsea all the way with a shot to say he's absolutely adorable. The guy's a genuine guy, amazing guy, and he's real.
OK, well, that's what you say. A number of the housemates have said that he just tells people what they want to hear. Is he a game player?
Chelsea's not a game player. Chelsea's not a game player. He's a lovable guy, genuine guy, honest guy. Known him for 22 years, and I can stand for that.
Juice! OK, Shane, your 10 seconds to serve for Chelsea. Straight down the lens begins now.
Chelsea's a lovely guy. He's an amazing guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Give him a chance. You don't know what you're missing. Chelsea, love you, mate.
New balls, please! Quiet. This is a civilised sport. And finally, trying to make it advantage for Jason, it's his good friend Seb. Quiet, 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 quiet. Quiet. Let's take a look at the reasons behind Jason's possible defeat.
Jason.
Jason. He's actually playing a bit of a game.
I feel like he doesn't like me. Since I called him a game player, it's changed. He tries to make people pick sides, and he wants everyone to think that he's right in this situation, so they don't put him up for nomination and he's not seen as the bad guy.
Well, Evelyn said that Jason is trying to make the housemates pick sides. How do you defend this shot?
Jason's defending himself. He's stating his case, and if that makes people decide to choose one way or the other, what can he do?
Well, James said he's playing a game if he stays tomorrow. What coaching advice would you give him?
Just relax and get into it more. Don't worry about what's going on with other people in the house. Be yourself, enjoy it, and be the funny guy we know you are.
OK, Seb. You know how this works now. Your 10 seconds to hit an ace for Jason. Straight down the lens. Starts now.
The real Jason's been totally stifled by certain people or certain person in the house. There's a whole lot more of Jason to see. And no, Ryan, before you say it, I don't mean the 10 inches Charlie mentioned in the show earlier on.
New balls, please! No! That is game, set and match. You all brought your A game tonight. Well done. Head umpire Willis will be in the chair for the Grand Slam final tomorrow night. Please give it up for our FNF. Coming up, we've got an ace of an exclusive as Jane tells Charlie a few home truths. Plus, our panel and audience have their say on who they think should be bouncing out of the house tomorrow night. But first, for one player, their time in the game is almost over. And don't forget, every vote cast gives you a chance to win your very own diary room style chair. So get dialing, because who goes? You decide. This week, Charlie, Chelsea and Jason all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Charlie, add 04. For Chelsea, add 05. For Jason, add 11. Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Every vote cast entitles you to a free entry into our prize draw to win your very own diary room style chair. Vote and draw terms are on the BB website. Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the side. The show that is actually quite similar to Laura and Bernardo's relationship, I've often found. You don't see us for most of the year. We mess around for a bit in the summer and then we just go. Rings a bell. It's exclusive time now, and Jane's telling it how it is.
You know, Letitia, I don't want to get involved, but all I know is if somebody had said to me, steer clear of somebody, I would do just that.
Yeah.
And not throw it back in their face.
Yeah.
I love you, Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm very close to you.
Yeah.
You can tell me to piss off.
Okay.
And I won't talk to you again.
Okay.
And it will hurt me, but I'll do it.
Okay.
You're gravitating towards Jason again.
Yeah.
He's not a bad man. He wants to win. He doesn't want to have a relationship with you outside, Charlie. You know that.
Yeah.
If the public see what's happening, they'll get you out.
Why?
Because it's always the woman, Charlie. Always.
Whoa, she went in. James, is she right? Is it always the woman?
It's always the idiot.
Do you think she's got a right to say what she says?
No, I don't really think it's her place to be saying that to her anyway in the first place. But if we're watching it, so we know that Charlie's in the wrong. You know, just get over it, love. He doesn't want to be with you. He's been really nice. He's been a true gentleman. You know, he's done it in the nicest way possible.
Exactly.
Just get over
The
it.
main question here is Charlie going to actually listen?
She's not listening. She's got blinkers on. She's a bunny boiler. She's got to. She can't get to grip. She's not an ugly woman. She could get somebody else, but she's just giving. The guy is What can he do?
Charlie, is this going to be the end to it, do you think?
Oh, I hope so.
The jury's out on that, right?
Jury is always out on this one.
I really don't know.
Well, listen, this week, not that Charlie, our Charlie, Chelsea and Jason are facing eviction from the house. But who do our panel and audience think should go? We have got 60 seconds on the clock to talk about each nominee. When the time's up, we're going to hear one of their most famous quotes. So let's start alphabetically, and we'll start with Charlie. Start the clock. Charlie, what are you making of Charlie? Rusty, go.
Charlie should go because she's driving Jason mad. We haven't seen the best potential for Jason, and she should go.
James?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think she's split the house, which is a shame. We're not seeing as much fun as we did before. And she's miserable. We're not going to lose a good housemate. Just get rid of her.
Charlie.
It's all about Charlie, I'm afraid. Yeah, she doesn't bring anything really to the house positive. She's a bit of a dark cloud, so goodbye.
So just for fairness, who wants her to stay? Who wants her to stay?
Like, don't get me wrong, I think she should go for her own sake and for everyone else's sake, but I still kind of feel sorry for her. And like, no, wait, hold on. It must be hard in that situation. It must be hard. So for herself, she should go.
She knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing by saying to him goodbye, and then he comes and she's going back and telling all the house to go against her. She knows she wants him to be looked in bad light.
Take me back, babe. I love you.
Take me back, babe. I love you. Well, that was Charlie. Let's move on to Chelsea. Start the clock, Charlie.
Chelsea, he just needs to find his own identity. I think he's so consumed in trying to impress people. He just needs to be himself and not try and be everyone's friend, because it doesn't always work.
Fair enough, James.
All right, mate, yeah, how's it going? You know what I mean? I'm going to buy Big Brother when I get out of here. I kind of like him, but at the same time, he just needs to relax a bit. And I think people like him anyway. He doesn't need to go around going, yeah, you're my favourite.
My best mate, you are.
Yeah, I like him. I don't want him to go.
OK, Rusty.
I think he should stay. Let's get the better of him, because when I listened to him talking to his daughter yesterday, you see there's a bit of a human person there. He's just trying to be hard, and you know, let's see if he can get softer.
Fair enough. Who wants him out?
I think he needs to go because we want entertainment, and we're getting the entertainment between Charlie and Jason. Chelsea, but that is entertainment. We're watching it. We're watching it. It's entertaining.
What else? What else?
No, I think luckily for Chelsea, Charlie is up.
Name's fucking Chelsea Singh.
All right. Lastly, let's talk about Jason. Start that clock, Rusty. Jason.
God. Jason's adorable. I just like him so much. I feel so sorry for this poor chap. You know, I want him to stay. We want to see the best of him. I want him to win, actually.
OK, bold statement, James.
Yeah, Jason's probably my favourite housemate at the moment. I think he's a gentleman. I do believe there's certain people in the house trying to make him look bad, but we can see through that, and I want him to stay, definitely.
OK, Charlie.
Yeah, the man needs a break. He just needs to be able to enjoy the experience, as we keep saying. Yes. He cannot do that while she's in the house.
Fair enough. Who wants him out?
Interesting to see. I think he's a bit of a dark horse, to be honest. There's two sides to every story. He keeps on saying to Charlie about, nothing's going to happen in the house. And then today in the dining room, he's like, something, I don't know, maybe on the outside. No, I just think he's false.
It's interesting to see what happens to Charlie if Jason does go. Because then she's got...
Oh, it's Cleo! Well, very quickly, down the panel. Who should go tomorrow night, Rusty?
Charlie should go. Bye.
James?
Can I have two votes?
No.
Because I vote Charlie and Charlie.
All right, fair enough. Charlie. Charlie, let's bring it out.
Charlie.
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 Charlie. Chelsea.
Charlie. Charlie.
Chelsea.
Charlie.
Charlie. Chelsea. Chelsea.
Charlie.
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 Chelsea. Chelsea. Chelsea.
Ooh.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Anyone?
Charlie!
All right, Charlie, there we go. Good bit of chat. Quite unanimous. That's all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to my fantastic panel and our audience. I'll be back here tomorrow night for a bit of a fiction for Rickson. That's a mouthful. With Arlene Phillips, Russell Grant, Frankie Kokoja, and your fourth evicted of the series. And Lawson are going to be performing. I'll see you tomorrow morning.